Hi everyone, welcome to another Blackwater Cyclist video. In this video we're going to talk about the best tips and tricks for riding in the heat of the summer. First off, I want to discuss mentally embracing riding in the heat. Many times we psych ourselves out thinking it's way too hot to get out and ride. It's painful, it's not as fun, but there are a lot of benefits to riding in the heat. Instead, treat it as a special training period, similar to going to altitude to train. Riding in the heat is actually very beneficial for cellular adaptation and improving performance. In several studies, which I will link down below, cyclists who trained in heated environments increased their time trial and also their VO2 max anywhere from 6 to 8%. Some of the studies actually said just going out in the middle of the day and riding at about 50% effort would cause this cellular adaptation to take place. So you don't have to go out and ride hard, just get out in the heat and ride. Liquids are extremely important, and if you can, try to carry around 3 bottles and have 2 of those bottles with an electrolyte mix. Now I use the Line Components Holy Rail, which allows me to fit a 3rd bottle inside my front triangle. Some frames will be too small for that and you can't actually use it. Also, it's sometimes hard to get a hold of one of these components because of COVID-19 going on and shipping and all that jazz. You know, you can use that, but you can also do several other things. I know there's a trick as well. You can take 3M helicopter tape, wrap that around your tube, and then just zip tie a cage to one of your tubes. I've seen several cyclists do this before, so that's an option. You also can carry a 3rd water bottle in your jersey pocket, and some companies will make actually options. I know Wolftooth has a couple of options as well where you can actually attach a 2nd or 3rd or 4th bottle to your frame. You know, you can put one on your seat. A lot of time trialists will use this, or triathletes. They will actually have it where they have some cages on the back of their seat. You do have to be careful with this. If you do hit some rough roads, those can jettison out of there and basically you can lose them. But you know, if you have some better bottle cages that really hold them very well, you can use that. Especially if it's just for the summertime and you're just trying to get a lot of miles in and you need the liquids. So definitely check out some of those options to be able to carry more water. I would also encourage you to use insulated bottles. That is really beneficial when you are riding for a long time, and drinking lukewarm or hot water is not usually the best. So yeah, get some insulated bottles. Some insulated bottles do fit a little larger than the regular bottles, so you may want to look at getting something else. That was some bad lightning right there. Check on the kids. Well, that was a little crazy. Okay, kids are fine, so that's good. Good news. All right. So insulated water bottles, some of them can be large and bulky and have really thick liners on the inside so they don't carry as much water. My favorite bottles right now are the Lezyne thermal flow bottles, and actually I didn't realize they were insulated bottles until probably 2 weeks ago, and I've been using them for like 6 months now. But they are very thin lining, but they do keep your water cool, and they fit in all the traditional water bottles and everything, so you don't have to modify anything to get those to work. Okay, be sure to wear the proper attire. What I would wear usually is a summer jersey, extremely thin, so that way you get as much airflow over your body to bring down that core body temperature while you're riding. I would also get a jersey that has a full length zipper, so when you're climbing, you're able to unzip the zipper and get as much airflow on your body. On rides over 2 hours, I will actually bring a second pair of gloves in a Ziploc bag, so that way when I do stop to get extra liquids at a store, I can actually switch out my gloves, put on a new pair of dry gloves. That's like putting on fresh underwear. It is very nice when you're riding and you can take off those wet, soggy gloves and put on some dry gloves. Obviously they get soggy as well, but it's a nice little thing to have during the ride. Another thing too is if you're able to, cut your hair shorter. We ride with these helmets that have great ventilation, lots of airflow, 50,000 vents, or whatnot, and you can have a lot of airflow, but then you have this mop on your head that's blocking all that airflow. So if you're able to, cut your hair a little shorter, and then you can get some more airflow, keep your head cooler. And then also as well, kind of ditch the aero helmets for right now with it so hot out, and search for a helmet that has a lot of vents and you can actually get that airflow over your head. I have also found that very well ventilated shoes are amazing. I've used some of the Giro Pro Light Tech Lace shoes in the past. I actually have a review video on that, and they're extremely thin and lightweight, and what's nice about them is they don't absorb all the sweat and the moisture while you're riding. So they dry out extremely quickly, and they're just ready and dry for your next ride. Now, if you do have other shoes that will absorb the sweat and the liquid, I would try to place those in front of a fan, or you can get like a shoe dryer from Amazon or other places. These shoe dryers basically dry out sport shoes as quickly as possible. Definitely wear sunscreen. I'm getting that feedback from all of my older cyclists, and they say that wear sunscreen because now they're dealing with skin cancer in certain spots because they didn't wear sunscreen when they were younger. So be sure to wear sunscreen. Also, you can ride earlier in the day or later in the day, and obviously the sun's radiation is not as bad on your skin. And the temperatures are cooler. You can knock out the ride before you have to go to work or other obligations you have during the day. So if you can, ride early or later, and also apply some sunscreen. Also, you may want to purchase some sunscreen that is sports related, so that way it doesn't sweat off. If you have any recommendations for sunscreen, be sure to leave them down in the comments below. Starting to get hot in here myself. I'm in my garage right now. All right, take care of your equipment. That is extremely important. Be sure to rinse off your bike after each ride. You will sweat all over your bike, so rinse off your bike, wipe down your top tube, definitely wipe off your shifters. Be sure to clean areas where your hands are touching and where sweat will drop. Somewhere like the seat post clamp. Also, sweat will drop on your derailleur and all on the back of your bike. Be sure to wipe those down, wash them. Also, if you have alloy bars, you definitely want to be careful with that, because with alloy bars, you get sweat up under the bar wrap and it will actually corrode the bars and your bars could snap. So you don't want that to happen. So during the summer, try to change out your bar wrap once a month is what I would do, just so you prevent that from happening. Another thing that I like to do if I have alloy bars is actually I will put a layer of electrical black tape under my bar wrap, so that way that will keep the sweat from getting to the alloy bars. Like I said before, be sure to dry your shoes off, leave them from a fan, put them in on a shoe dryer or something like that. Also, rinse and dry off your heart rate strap, especially the monitor part where it clips together. That will actually corrode and it will render your heart rate strap useless. So you definitely want to wipe down your heart rate strap. And Garmin actually recommends washing your heart rate strap once a week. Also, another thing to do is actually to take a shower with your helmet on. If you finish a ride and you obviously have sweated a lot with it being summertime, just leave the helmet on, jump in the shower, and actually you can just rinse off your helmet, the inside of your helmet and everything while you're in the shower, and then take it off and then finish your shower, obviously. I hope you found these tips beneficial. If you have any additional tips that I may have not mentioned, please leave them in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and share it with your friends, and we'll see you in the next video.